Your person has gone through a profound and transformative period in their life, a true tower moment that has shaken the very foundation of their stability, particularly in the areas of finances and material security. This event was not just a temporary setback, but rather a major turning point that forced them to confront their choices, habits, and attachments. Everything they once believed to be stable and reliable crumbled before their eyes, leaving them with no choice but to rebuild their life from the ground up. For a long time, your person placed immense importance on success, money, and external achievements, believing those things define their worth. However, the universe intervened in a way that stripped them of those illusions, pushing them toward a path of introspection and spiritual awakening. Now, they are in the process of sorting out the chaos that remains. They are learning to manage their finances more wisely, to take accountability for past mistakes, and to rebuild not just their career or stability, but their sense of self-worth. This process has been slow and painful, yet deeply necessary. It has humbled them and taught them valuable lessons about balance, lessons they were unwilling to learn before. They are finally beginning to understand that true abundance is not measured in material possessions but in emotional fulfillment, peace, and genuine connections. However, even as they work to stabilize their outer world, they are burdened by an even heavier emotional weight, one connected to you and the love they once turned away. Deep inside, your person feels haunted by regret. They know they rejected the love you offered them, and that realization torments them more than they care to admit. You gave them something rare, pure, unconditional affection that came from a place of sincerity and faith. Instead of embracing it, they pushed it away, often convincing themselves that they were unworthy or incapable of receiving such love. Their pride, fear, and insecurities got the better of them, leading them to act defensively and even cruelly at times. They now look back on their words and actions with deep embarrassment. Many of the things they said were not born from truth, but from frustration and self-doubt. They projected their pain onto you because they didn't know how to process it within themselves. Every harsh word, every cold moment, was a reflection of their inner turmoil, not of their true feelings toward you. In their heart, they always cared, but they were too afraid to admit it, even to themselves. They now realize how unfairly they treated you, and that recognition cuts deeply. You were, and still are, their wish fulfillment, the one person who truly saw them, even when they couldn't see themselves clearly. When they were surrounded by confusion, you brought clarity. When they doubted their worth, you offered reassurance. And yet, they couldn't reciprocate your love in the past, not because they didn't want to, but because their own life was too messy and unstable. Their heart longed for connection, but their circumstances held them back. They felt trapped by their own responsibilities, fears, and the chaos that seemed to follow them wherever they went. They didn't want to bring you into that storm, so instead, they distanced themselves, thinking it would protect you. In doing so, they broke both your heart and their own. Now, in the quiet moments when they reflect on everything that has happened, your person is filled with longing. They dream of a happy and harmonious life with you, a home filled with love, laughter, and stability. They imagine a future where they can give you the kind of love and security you always deserved, one that is grounded not in illusion or fear, but in mutual respect and understanding. They want a family, a sense of belonging, and a partnership where both hearts beat in sync. This vision brings them comfort and hope, yet it also reminds them of how far they've fallen from that ideal. They know that you are the only one who truly holds the key to their heart. No matter how much they've tried to move on, distract themselves, or fill the void with other pursuits, nothing compares to the connection they felt, and still feel, with you. On a soul level, they recognize that what you share is rare and irreplaceable. It's not just physical attraction or fleeting emotion, it's a deep spiritual bond that defies logic. They feel your energy even when you are not around, as if some invisible thread still ties your souls together. When they dream, they often see your face. When they face challenges, they think of what you would say or do. Your presence lingers in their heart like a comforting yet painful reminder of what true love feels like. Although they may not have expressed it openly, they are now filled with determination to make things right. They want to rebuild not only their material world but also the bridge between you. They understand that apologies alone may not heal the past, but they are ready to show through consistent actions that they have grown and changed. They want to prove that they are no longer the same person who let fear dictate their choices. Ultimately, your person has come to realize that all the material gains they once chased pale in comparison to the emotional richness they found with you. You have become the guiding light in their journey of healing, a reminder that love, when genuine, has the power to transform even the most broken souls. They are no longer running from their emotions or hiding behind pride. Instead, they are beginning to surrender to the truth that their heart has always known: you are the one they are meant to share their life with. In their eyes, you are not just a chapter in their story, you are the very heart of it. And now, as they work to rebuild their life from the ruins of the past, every brick they lay is done with the silent hope that one day, it will lead them back to you. I can't deny that I have deep and genuine feelings for you, feelings that go beyond attraction or infatuation. There's something about you that awakens emotions in me I didn't even know existed. You have a way of capturing my thoughts and holding them hostage. I find myself thinking about you at random moments throughout the day, imagining your voice, your smile, and the warmth of your presence. Sometimes, these thoughts are gentle and tender, but other times they carry a certain intensity, a longing that's hard to control. It's not just emotional, it's sensual, magnetic, and deeply human. You have a pull on me that I can't explain, and even when I try to distract myself, my mind inevitably finds its way back to you. I'll be honest, there are moments when I feel jealous, especially when I can't communicate with you or when I sense a distance between us. It's not because I don't trust you, it's because I care too much. When I don't hear from you, it stirs something inside me, a mix of insecurity and longing. I start questioning my place in your life, wondering if I still hold the same importance I once did. I know it's unfair, and maybe even selfish, but these emotions are real. They come from a place of wanting to matter to you, of wanting to be seen and valued. When you don't give me attention, it bruises my ego, but more than that, it hurts my heart. It's not about control or possessiveness, it's about connection. I crave that emotional closeness we once shared, and when it fades, it feels like a part of me goes quiet. Being around you makes me feel more like myself, or rather, the best version of myself. You bring out a sense of masculinity in me that feels strong, grounded, and purposeful. When I'm near you, I feel a natural instinct to protect you, to care for you, to make your life a little easier and safer. It's not about dominance or pride, it's about devotion. I want to be the kind of man you can rely on, someone who adds stability to your world. In your presence, I feel that sense of balance, strength mixed with tenderness, passion intertwined with peace. It's a rare feeling, and it reminds me why I'm drawn to you so deeply. When I first connected with you, something inside me shifted. I realized that passion isn't just about desire or fleeting excitement, it's the fuel that builds and sustains a meaningful connection. With you, passion feels pure, alive, and transformative. It's not temporary, it's the kind of feeling that can build something lasting and real. Every time we talk, laugh, or even sit in silence, I sense that we share something that goes beyond ordinary attraction. It's a connection that feels destined, something that has the potential to grow into a lifelong bond if we nurture it with care and understanding. What I've come to realize about you is that you have an incredibly free and beautiful spirit. You're not the kind of person who can be confined or controlled, and I admire that about you deeply. There's a natural grace and independence in the way you live, the way you move through life with courage and kindness. You have this rare gift of making people feel seen and valued, of nurturing others even when you're going through your own challenges. It's no wonder people are drawn to you. I feel proud, genuinely proud, to even know you, to have experienced your energy and your heart up close. You inspire me in ways you probably don't even realize. I've always wanted someone like you in my life, not just temporarily, but permanently. Someone whose presence doesn't fade after the excitement of newness wears off. Someone I can grow with, learn from, and build a future with. I know I might sound intense, but that's only because my feelings for you are real. You've shown me what it means to care deeply, to feel alive, and to want something that's rooted in authenticity. You've brought out a side of me that I didn't know existed, a softer, more patient, more self-aware side. That's something I can't ignore or walk away from. I can't and won't allow myself to let you go easily. It's not out of pride or stubbornness, it's because I genuinely believe what we have is worth fighting for. You've awakened emotions and dreams in me that had been sleeping for far too long. Losing you would feel like losing a part of myself, a part that I've grown to love because of what you've helped me discover. I know I've made mistakes. I know I've said or done things that hurt you, things that created distance between us. For that, I take full responsibility. But I also know that love, when it's real, is about forgiveness, growth, and healing. I want to heal things between us, not just for the sake of the past, but for the sake of what we can still become together. You mean more to me than words can fully express. This isn't about needing someone to fill a void, it's about wanting someone who truly understands me, challenges me, and makes me better. You are that person. You've shown me the beauty of vulnerability, the strength of connection, and the power of love that feels both raw and genuine. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose you. All I want is the chance to make things right, to rebuild the trust, reignite the passion, and remind you that what we share is rare and worth holding on to. I want to show you how deeply I can love you, not just through words, but through actions, patience, and a gentleness that you might not have seen in me before. If there's anyone who truly understands how delicate you are, it's me. I've seen the way you move through life, with quiet grace, strength, and a heart that feels so much more than you let the world see. You hide your softness behind your laughter, your confidence, and your independence, but I know it's there. And maybe that's one of the many reasons I find myself falling for you over and over again. You are a mystery I never get tired of unfolding. I long to show you the calmness that lives beneath my rough exterior. You've seen me in my moments of anger and frustration, when the world seems too heavy and I lose control of my emotions. I know those moments might have made you doubt whether I could ever be gentle, but I promise you, that side of me exists. It's quiet, patient, and steady, and it's been waiting for someone like you to bring it out. I want you to see that I can be your peace just as much as you can be mine. I want to show you that love doesn't always have to be loud or full of chaos. Sometimes, it can be still, safe, and deeply comforting. The truth is, I've spent so long hiding behind walls that I built to protect myself. I am the kind of man you've always needed, loyal, strong, and capable of love that runs deep, but I haven't always shown you that. Instead, I've allowed my pride, my fear, and my stubbornness to stand in the way. I purposefully showed you my rough side because I was afraid of how much you were beginning to mean to me. Falling for someone like you terrified me. You made me feel things I didn't know I was capable of feeling. And when I realized that, instead of embracing it, I pushed you away. I thought that by being distant, by pretending to be colder than I was, I could protect myself from getting hurt. But now, I see how wrong I was. I don't want to be dishonest with you anymore, not even in the smallest way. I don't want to hide behind my defenses or let fear dictate how I love. You deserve more than that. You deserve the truth of who I am, even the parts that are vulnerable and uncertain. I believe, with all my heart, that you are the only woman who truly deserves my loyalty and my trust. I've never felt this level of connection with anyone before. It's not just physical attraction or fleeting emotion, it's something deeper, something that reaches into the core of who I am. You've awakened parts of me that I thought were long gone: hope, tenderness, and the courage to love without holding back. Every time I think about you, I feel something shift inside me. The more I recall our conversations, the more I realize how much your words stay with me. Even the simplest things you say seem to echo in my mind long after you've said them. I find myself thinking about the sound of your laughter, the way your eyes soften when you talk about something you love, and the warmth in your voice when you call my name. Being around you brings a kind of peace I've never known. You calm the storms within me without even trying. When I imagine our future together, I see something beautiful and real. I see mornings filled with quiet conversations over coffee, evenings spent in each other's arms after long days, and a home that feels safe, not because of where it is, but because you're in it. I see us growing together, learning from our mistakes, and choosing each other every single day, even when life gets hard. I don't want a love that's perfect, I want one that's honest, patient, and lasting. And with you, I believe that kind of love is possible. I want to show you what love looks like when it's given without fear. I want to hold your hand through every uncertainty, to remind you that you're not alone, and to stand beside you no matter what comes our way. I want you to know that I'm not running anymore. I'm done hiding behind anger or pretending not to care. I've realized that caring for you doesn't make me weak, it makes me human. It makes me real. Maybe I'll never find the perfect words to describe everything I feel for you, but I hope my actions will say what my words sometimes can't. I hope you'll see it in the way I look at you, the way I listen when you speak, and the way I'll always choose to stay even when things get difficult. You are the peace I didn't know I was searching for, and the love I never thought I deserved. So, let me show you the man I truly am, not the one who hides behind anger, but the one who can hold you with gentleness and love you without conditions. Let me be the calm in your storm, just as you have unknowingly been in mine. I want to build something real with you, something that lasts, something that feels like home. Because when I think of home, I think of you.